Welcome to Tiffany Meyer Tonight. President Trump's former personal lawyer asking senators to make him attorney general while facing questions about whether the Justice Department he runs is truly independent of the president. Todd Blanche, now the acting attorney general, appearing before the Senate Judiciary Committee today, seeking confirmation as permanent AG. He touted his record at the Justice Department and said he's restoring American trust in the DOJ.
17 months ago, I sat at this table as the nominee to be the Deputy Attorney General, and I told you that serving in the Department of Justice was my American dream. Since then, I have helped lead it, first as deputy and now as acting Attorney General, and I'm here today to earn your trust once more. Above all, we are restoring American trust. In recent years, we watched the Justice Department turned against many of you and a former president, and it damaged the public's faith in justice. We are fixing that.
Democrats zeroing in on his independence. Delaware Senator Chris Coons asking if the Justice Department he runs is independent from the White House, given that President Trump was his former client.
Is the Department of Justice that you are running independent from the White House?
The Department of Justice, like every single department in the executive, is part of the executive. I mean, Article 2 of the Constitution gives the power of the executive to President Trump. So we certainly operate with integrity. We certainly operate in the single mindset to serve the American people and do the right thing. But I am a member, if confirmed. I will be a member of the cabinet. I'm serving in the acting capacity that way now, just like the other cabinet members. And President Trump can fire me whenever he wants. So,
Chair Republican Chuck Grassley praising Blanche's crime-fighting record.
This department is keeping Americans safe, and the numbers back that up. Mr. Blanche, you should take pride in delivering the law enforcement promise the American people voted for in 2024.
But Texas Republican John Cornyn zeroing in on the nearly $2 billion anti-weaponization fund created as part of a settlement of President Trump's $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS over leaked tax returns. Blanche saying it's a moot point.
No, the settlement fund's just not moving forward. There's no modification. It never started. No money went from the Treasury to any other account. There's no commissioners. It's not moving forward.
And despite the Republican headwinds, Todd Blanche is still widely seen as on track to be confirmed as Attorney General. And joining us now with more, Mark Moiser, attorney at Chalmers, Adams, Backer, and Wallen, LLC. Mark, thank you so much for joining us. Great to have you. How do you think Acting AG Blanche handled today's questioning from lawmakers?
I think he handled it as well as one could expect him to handle it. The Democrats were trying to get their gotcha points. They're trying to do their fundraising emails. And I think he handled them, shut them down when he had to, did not allow them to dictate the narrative. So overall, handling the left of the bench, he did a very good job. Thought there were some very good, thought-provoking questions that came down. But, the questions Cornyn and Tillis asked and how he responded to that is the most important thing for us to focus in on if we want to understand whether he's moving forward or not.
Now, the topics brought up were largely as expected, and many senators have made clear how they'll vote. But you did notice a few holdouts. What are you watching for?
Well, both Tillis and Cornyn have made it clear that they haven't yet endorsed him or that they are going to vote for him. And so as such, those are the two that everybody's been paying attention to. And I've paid a lot of attention to the questions that they asked. And I didn't see anything in the questions that they asked that indicated that they had any personal animosity towards him, that they think that he's done a bad job. And so it appears to me that their vote, a horse trade with Trump. They are on their way out the door. They're going to want something to end their legacy with. And it appears like their vote is for sale. It doesn't seem like there's anything that Tom Blanche said or has done is going to prevent them from voting. I believe it was Tillis who made it abundantly clear that there are people he would never vote for, and he did not put Todd Blanche in that. So I think Todd Blanche did what he needed to do. He answered the questions. And I think there may have even been a little tipping as to what Trump needs to do to get Todd Blanche across the finish line.
And given all that, what are you expecting from day 2 of the confirmation hearing?
I would say it's going to be much more of the same. I don't think the questions are going to really differ that much. I don't think the tone or tenor is going to change. The left is going to keep trying to points for their fundraising emails. And the Republicans are going to be, asking the questions that they think need to be asked. Tillis and Cornyn spend a bunch of time talking about the, Anti-Weaponization fund. And, Tillis even went out and expressly said, can you work with me to try to, let's end this? And that may be the trading card that he has with Trump. Trump, if you sign this document that says you're never going to pursue it, I think Todd Blanche goes through. I don't think you have to worry about Tillis or Cornyn's votes. I think that the weaponization fund is the thing that they are looking from the president, and I think Blanche goes right on through.
And zooming out a bit here, how do you think Todd Blanche has performed as acting attorney general so far?
The Department of Justice is one of the largest or the largest law firm in the world. And changing momentum does not happen overnight. I know there's some people who would like to wave a magic wand and just see a 180. I do see that there have been some major turning points that have happened since he has taken over. I think that has solidified in President Trump's mind that he wants Blanche in this role and that he's going to get behind him. So I think we got some positive momentum. I think many people thought that the former AG was not pursuing the negativity and the weaponization that was seen in the prior administration, and we're trying to right the ship. And I think Todd Blanche has done enough in the last couple months that he is Trump's man, and he's going to do what he can to get Todd Blanche in his cabinet.
And Mark, what will President Trump's biggest priorities be for Blanche if or when he is confirmed as Attorney General?
I think, what we're seeing out of the Civil Rights Division under Harmeet Dillon, we've seen a lot of very aggressive, going after the wokeness that you see in universities. You see them going after elections, trying to clean that up. And I think that's just one of many divisions of the DOJ. I think what Todd Blanche and working with Harmeet Dillon, what they've done there, I think Trump and the general public want to see him doing that across all the divisions of the DOJ, very aggressive, pursuing justice, pursuing that which is right, and making sure that those who commit fraud, those who have misused the system, that they are prosecuted for their actions.
Well, Mark Moiser, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me on tonight, and we look forward to watching tomorrow's hearings, see if we can learn a little bit more.